Hi guys, I was tested positive for COVID last month and I followed certain steps to fight and overcome the COVID infection. There are certain tricks I did to fight this virus. Yes, of course, we need to take medicine, but the medication is only for 5 days. Rest is all precautions, preventive measures, and home remedies. Now, in this video, I am going to share with you some of the best tips and tricks about how you can fight COVID. If you are sick with COVID 19 or think you might have COVID 19, follow the steps below to protect yourself and other people in your home and community. Most people with COVID 19 can recover at home without medical care. Do not leave your home if you are sick except to get medical care. Take over the counter medicines such as acetaminophen to help you feel better. Take care of yourself. Isolate yourself in a well ventilated room. If you have symptoms of COVID 19, get tested. While waiting for test results, you stay away from others. As much as possible, stay in a specific room away from other people in your home. Try to stay at least 6 feet away from other people. This will help protect the people around you. Avoid or minimize contact with other people and limit your movement in shared spaces in the house. Use a separate bathroom if you can. The longer you take to self isolate, the higher the risk of infecting others. If you test positive and are advised home isolation, you will need to monitor your temperature and oxygen level frequently. Dry cough, sore throat, fever, runny nose, loss of taste and smell, body ache, headache, fatigue are common early symptoms of COVID 19. Severe symptoms include breathlessness, pain or pressure or tightness in chest, loose motion, low oxygen saturation level, etc. Monitor your symptoms carefully. Seek medical care immediately if you develop emergency warning signs such as trouble breathing, chest pain, or low oxygen level. Follow care instructions from your healthcare provider and local health department whenever necessary. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Use hand sanitizer if soap and water are not available. Make sure to wash hands after you blow your nose, sneeze into a tissue, use the restroom before preparing or eating food, etc. Cold water and hot water are equally effective at killing viruses and germs as long as you use soap and wash your hands in a right way. The person who is sick or infected with COVID 19 should always wear a mask when he is around people at home and out. You don't need to wear the mask if you are alone. Make sure your mask covers both your nose, mouth, and chin. Discard mask after 8 hours of use or earlier if they become wet or visibly soiled. Remove the mask from behind your ears without touching the front. Dispose of your used mask and gloves in a closed bin and clean your hands with soap and water or sanitizer. Clean your hands before and after you take it off and after you touch it at any time. Caregiver must wear a mask and gloves before entering the sick person's room. Caregivers should stay home and monitor their health for COVID 19 symptoms while caring for the person who is sick. Caregivers can leave their home 14 days after their last close contact with the person who is sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Limit the number of people caring for the patient. Always wear a mask over your nose and mouth when near other people to prevent respiratory secretions from spreading. Do not touch the mask. Discard the mask immediately afterwards and wash your hands and use clean cloth towel to dry your hands. Don't handle animals or pets while sick. Avoid having visitors. Drink fluids every hour and stay hydrated. Lack of water can lead to dehydration, a condition that occurs when you don't have enough water in your body to carry out normal functions. Even mild dehydration can make you tired. Our body needs water to function properly, so we need to replenish its water supply by consuming beverages and foods that contain water. Drink fruit juice, herbal tea, tender coconut water, milk, buttermilk, soups, and other calorie containing beverages. Do not stay empty stomach for long. Drink only hot fluids. Hydration and nutrition play an important role in the recovery. Many times you may not be thirsty or hungry, but it's very important that you continue to eat and drink fluids to support your body's ability to fight the virus and support your immune system. For a dry mouth, try sucking on fruit candies or chewing gum, as this can stimulate saliva production. Do not drink more than 4 liters of water, because when you drink an excessive amount of water, it will result in overhydration or water intoxication. When you drink too much water, your kidneys can't get rid of the excess water. The sodium content in the blood becomes diluted, which is known as hyponatremia, and it can be life threatening. The amount of water as well as time also plays a role. If you drink too much of water within a short period of time, it will result in health problems such as hyponatremia, cerebral edema, increase in skull pressure, etc. The right amount of water differs depending on factors such as your body weight, physical activity, the climate, etc. It's a good idea to drink a glass of water with each meal and between meals, before, during, and after exercise, and if you feel thirsty. Your fluid intake is probably adequate if you rarely feel thirsty and your urine is colorless or light yellow. Eat small amounts frequently. Always use clean plates and utensils. Reserve dishes, cups, towels, and bed linens for the sick person. Wash dishes and utensils using gloves and hot water. Eat well cooked foods and prefer home cooked meals. Avoid roadside foods, water, and beverages. Clean hands after taking off gloves or handling used items. Due to the increased stress from COVID 19, you need more calories than your normal diet. Try eating 4 to 5 times a day every 2 to 3 hours, even if you are not hungry. Eat a high calorie, high protein diet. Include eggs, milk, yogurt, poultry, meat, fish, green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds in your diet. Take additional nutritional and vitamin supplements as prescribed by your physician. As you recover from COVID 19, continue to eat a high calorie, high protein diet. This diet, along with regular exercise, will help you get back to your normal activities. Improve ventilation in your room. Keep open the windows of your room and turn on fans to help clear out virus particles in your room faster. Turn on the exhaust fan in your bathroom and kitchen, as they can help move air outside. When there is good ventilation, the concentration of virus particles in the air will be lower than with poor ventilation. Good ventilation is an important method to stop the spread of infection in indoor environments. Improving ventilation helps remove respiratory droplets from air. Japan government advised to avoid 3 C's. They are closed spaces, close contact, and crowd. People were recommended to open windows at home for a few minutes twice every hour. Hence, it's crucial to keep windows and doors open to cut coronavirus risk. Perform lung exercises. Breathing exercises helps improve overall lung functioning. Exercise regularly to improve breathing and build strength. Have a rest before and after every activity. If you are too tired, then try to sit down when getting dressed or having shower. If possible, ask a family member to help you if you need it. Watch out for symptoms such as breathlessness, tightness in the chest, and consult your doctor immediately. Rest. Sleep is a natural immune booster, and when it comes to your immune system, the most important thing you can do to keep it functioning properly is to get a full 8 hours of sleep each night. Proning is required if the patient feels difficulty in breathing and the oxygen saturation level decreases below 94. Prone positioning improves ventilation, keeps alveolar units open, and makes breathing easy. Avoid proning immediately after meals, during pregnancy and cardiac conditions, and fracture of spine, pelvis, and femur. Maintain proning for only as much time as easily tolerable. Proper rest and sleep help your body to improve or strengthen your immune system. Without enough rest, our immune system will have a difficult time developing antibodies and keeping up defenses. A strong immune system will reduce the severity of the illness and help you recover quickly. Pepper Kashaya. It's an excellent remedy for cough and flu symptoms. It's best to make at home and drink up piping hot. This kashaya is a concoction of spices such as pepper, cumin seeds, cloves, ginger, garlic, onion, tulsi leaves and jaggery. If you want, roast them one by one on a tawa for a couple of minutes till you get a nice aroma and then crush or powder them using a mortar or pestle. Bring the water to a gentle boil, add the ground spices and other ingredients and simmer for 10 to 15 minutes or till the concoction reduces to half. Remove from heat and drink it hot. This home remedy is harmless without any side effects if taken in a right way. Drink a very small amount daily. It's very effective in reducing cough and expelling phlegm. Large amount of this kashaya may cause stomach upset, acidity and ulcers. Steam inhalation is a very effective technique and it's one of the most widely used home remedies to soothe and open the nasal passages and get relief from the symptoms of a cold or sinus infection. Steam inhalation is very effective in reducing the symptoms of COVID-19 and it decreases the severity and duration of the infection. The main benefit of breathing in moist, warm steam is that it may help ease feelings of irritation and swollen blood vessels in the nasal passages. The moisture may also help thin the mucus in your sinuses, which helps them to empty easily. This helps your breathing to return to normal and helps you recover in a short period of time. It may be hazardous, it can cause burns, scars, and should be done carefully. Experts advise that performing steam inhalation may help to decrease the respiratory and congestion issues in the nasal passage and airways, but it's not found to kill the deadly virus. Avoid excessive use of steam inhalation because oversteaming or doing excessive and improper steaming at home can cause mucormycosis or black fungus. Black fungus spores thrive in humid and moist environments. Steam inhalation can contribute in creating a warm and damp environment for the fungus, but that alone is unlikely to cause the disease. It's likely to occur only in circumstances like high blood sugar levels or with usage of excessive steroids and patients in immunocompromised states. Wash the steamer or steaming vessel thoroughly and disinfect it before and after every use. Do not share your steam machine with others. Wash or clean bed linen, bath towel and clothes frequently, preferably with hot water. It's better to keep the sick person's laundry separate from the rest of the households. Do not share your personal items with other members. Don't shake dirty soiled laundry to minimize the possibility of dispersing the virus through the air. Bath towels and bed sheets should be washed at least once a week. If they are used more frequently, they should be washed every couple of days. Make sure they are thoroughly dried after washing. Wash and disinfect your laundry bag and clean your hands with soap and water immediately afterwards. If possible, the sick person should use a separate bathroom. Clean and disinfect bathroom and toilet at least once in 2 days. Wear disposable gloves and clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. For example, remotes, laptops, tabletops, doorknobs, light switches, phones, etc. I hope this video was useful for you all guys. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe. Take care. Thank you.